Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and this is a breakdown of Rick and Morty Season 5, Episode 5, A Morty Canon Graffiti. Titled, of course, after American Graffiti, George Lucas's pre-Star Wars film about joyriding teens in the 60s, kind of like Morty and Summer and Bruce Chutbag do with Rick's homicidal car. From Hellraiser to Transformers to Galactus to all the crap in that karaoke bar, I am gonna break down all the hidden jokes and references and horny animation details that you might have missed. So outside the Smith home is their other red car that we've seen in past episodes. It's now being used after their Griswold station wagon crashed and was covered in that sperm monster goo last episode. And as always, the crack around the house's perimeter is visible, reminding us of when the house was teleported in Season 1's Ricksy Business, which Beth actually recalls this episode.
I am giving you 2 trust and respect, so if you mess up and teleport this house, it'd be wise to stay on it and not come back.
Rick takes a box of occult items off his top shelf. This box has sat right above the time travel stuff box in every garage scene since the pilot, and now we finally know what's in it. Contents include this one-eyed pyramid head with a pentagram, but on the back of it has a number 2, making me wonder if this could be another Gravity Falls Easter egg. Since we know Justin Roiland and Alex Hirsch love referencing each other's shows, in this case maybe to those 3 numbered journals or to Bill Cipher, though it doesn't have a top hat, so it's probably not Bill. But you can see there is at least one more of these things in the box, so maybe if Rick aligns the 3 of them, they do something. There's also a 3-eyed skulls, in this case the spiritual third eye being a literal third eye hole, a severed arm with a finger missing, maybe a neutralized monkey paw, and then this chalice made out of some creature's foot. Beth says,
someone played Barry White over the racetrack speakers and now there's a 7-horse pregnancy.
Yeah, there tend to be 14 horses on a racetrack in a single race, so 7 could be if all those horses coupled off, or maybe one super fast stallion that got to 7 mares by a nose. Beth later delivers these horses pretty quickly.
I thought you were birthing horses.
Yeah, they're horses. It takes like 2 minutes.
Yeah, because horses are fast, and it's a callback to Rick's Chud baby, which was born and burrowed within seconds. Beth leaves Summer in charge.
No parties and no vape stuff.
Yeah, remember Summer tried to vape brake fluid in Children of Mort last season? And in Pickle Rick, they had to go to therapy partly because Summer got caught huffing pottery glaze. Summer and Morty argue about Bruce Chutback.
It's only a matter of time before Bruce learns you're a creepy little grandpa's boy, always climbing up into alien asses.
Or the Summer Smith shampoos her pubes rumor.
Okay, you came to play.
In fairness, we don't really know if she actually does this. All we know is that it's a rumor that she can't live down, but she probably does. We all got weird skeletons in our crotches. Summer responds to Morty's line about family.
You're so gross.
You have to like it or you're sexist.
So I'm gonna break down a fart here, forgive me, but we later learn that Rick can smell adventure on his car.
Rick can smell adventure.
Sorry, I farted.
Now, at first I thought maybe to Rick, adventure just smells like Jerry's farts. But he may have been smelling Summer's nervous farts from their terrifying adventure, but then Jerry farting helped throw Rick off the scent. Rick and Jerry arrive through a portal. Rick's first use of a portal gun this season, showing that he must have gotten a new one since he lost his old one to that cyberpunk bird in the season premiere. Jerry assembles a hell cube to summon demons inspired by the Hellraiser Cenobites. Hellraiser inspired by Clive Barker's novella, The Hellbound Heart. In both cases summoned by a puzzle box called the Lament configuration. I love their character design, with one wearing a collar of blood syringes, another with a TV screen wedged into his head with the color bars. As he's yellow and red, it looks like RCA connectors into the nipples. Jerry invites them all in.
You'll love this. I call it Jerryoke. I'll let you guess why.
Yeah, they glow purple as they take pleasure in this, but notice they only do this after Rick cringes because it's his suffering that triggers them. Now the bar is named Fantasma, which is Spanish for ghost, so all of this is Rick being stuck in a dinner for schmucks scenario because he sold the Cenobites faulty skin hooks, which actually he later uses to escape because they never replaced them. Jerry says,
Hey, we're in luck, gang. They've got the entire Smash Mouth catalog.
though we criminally never get to hear him sing Walking on the Sun or Shrek's anthems All-Star or I'm a Believer. Come on. Morty opens the door to...
Bruce, shut back! Newest kid in school! Just transferred in! Hasn't done anything embarrassing yet!
Yeah, Bruce Chutback is voiced by Darren Criss, but that was Dan Harmon doing the theme music. Teasing hasn't done anything embarrassing yet, setting up Bruce's coming humiliation in the post-credit scene just for wearing the same pair of pants 2 days in a row. High school was the worst. And I love how Bruce is not at all impressive. He actually looks like a younger Jerry. Green polo, similar hair, just longer, plays classic Snake, just like Jerry, loves simple, stupid games. Hey, now that we're in this hot summer weather, it means a lot of guys want to keep that facial hair down and their face feeling summery smooth, or in some of our cases, like the lines between our beard and neck feeling smooth. Well, thanks to our sponsor, Harry's, you can feel smoother than ever. Harry's is a personal care brand that delivers a close, comfortable shave at a fair price, as low as $2 per refill. They support great causes as they give 1% of their global sales to nonprofit organizations that provide mental health care for men, veterans, and LGBTQ+ youth. And Harry's is helping you shave in a hassle-free way. Their German manufactured blades are sharper than ever, and they're still the same low price of only $2 each. They have this high-quality weighted handle with a textured rubber grip and a 5-blade razor cartridge that just feels really great in your hand and does an amazing job. Package also comes with this great shave gel. It's really good for sensitive skin, for sensitive hearts. Smells so good. So redeem your trial set for just $3 when you go to harrys.com/newrockstars. You'll get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, a travel cover, and their foaming shave gel. It's an incredibly great deal, but act fast while supplies last. Now, Interdimensional Cable shows a commercial for the Story Train from last season's Never Rick and Morty episode. Another reminder that most of that episode was in the non-canon imaginations of Morty and Rick, kind of like the Lego movie. Actually, if you put in that URL, it takes you to the Adult Swim Rick and Morty page. And more great Interdimensional Cable content.
And now back to Olympic diving with bad swimmers.
There he goes. Perfect dive. Terrible swimmer.
Yeah, that guy comes over with the hook, ready to pull him out. Summer offers some sofa wine.
Want some sofa wine? It's been stashed for weeks. Should be good tasting.
Tight.
Remember in the Total Rickall episode, there was that dark memory that Summer recalled to verify Beth's existence from the time when Beth was super drunk on wine?
Mom, are you driving me to...
Yes. What time?
Oh my God, are you drunk?
What do you, my wife coach?
You're what? Oh, God!
Oh my gosh, sweetheart, are you okay? I didn't
I'm gonna have a bruise!
Yeah, so Summer might have hidden this wine from her mom. That's why it's in the sofa. Morty stutters to Bruce.
Feel free to have some grapes.
Yeah, he actually accidentally says feel fear at first, which Bruce really should feel for the adventure ahead and for his upcoming social humiliation. Rick's security system is obviously inspired by Dennis Nedry from Jurassic Park.
Nuh-uh. I said don't touch my shit. Also, I just watched Jurassic Park on cable. So good. Seriously, though. Touch my shit and I'll freeze your dick in amber.
And Summer comes outside with the keys.
Keys, so... let's do this.
Yeah, Summer catches herself and then slows down her walk to look less thirsty. Rick's car snaps at them.
You are not Rick.
Yeah, Kari Wahlgren, who also voices Jessica on the show, returns after voicing this car in season 2's The Ricks Must Be Crazy.
Ship, keep Summer safe.
Keep Summer safe.
Her weaponry later is actually everything that we saw her packing in that episode. Morty is able to unlock her with the logic problem, and they joyride set to Yellow's Ooh Yeah. Famous from Ferris Bueller's Day Off when they joyride in Cameron's dad's Ferrari, which actually later gets joy-ridden by the other dudes set to the Star Wars theme, so in a roundabout way, we connect back to George Lucas. Behind Jerry in the bar is this poster with the Charity Brothers, Cher and Itty, from the animated short that Justin Roiland and Zach Hadel produced for Seth Rogen's Hilarity for Charity special on Netflix. Also in the bar is a Hellraisers video game, another nod to Hellraiser. To the left of that is a sign for Foamies, that's the beer Rick drank in the Planetina episode, and above the doorway is a sign that reads, "Tonight karaoke, tomorrow the world." Now also on the wall is a sign reading, "Karaoke because people weren't loud enough." The beer menu lists Alphabet IPA BC, Swiller Low Life, a take on Miller High Life, Kellner's Dark and Light, which is actually a nod to Rick and Morty writer's PA, Michael Kellner, and later there's a sign that reads, "Kellner's, it tastes like ass." Writers' PAs work their asses off on shows. Give this guy a break. I'm sure it's an inside joke. The list also has special railgun shots, Yeast Dark, there's another poster that calls it Yeast, the beer that raises you up, Ying Sting, a take on Yingling, IP Ape, and I Am in Grape Pain, which is a callback to Bird Person revealing Wubba Lubba Dub Dub translates to I am in great pain, and then High IQ, a nod to that meme that you need a high IQ to appreciate Rick and Morty, very much true. And then on the other side on the specials board, at the bottom it reads, has anyone seen my chalk? Another sign reads, hog and appetizer, not the stage. There's a pennant for Squanchy, and then a patron wears a shirt with Planetina's logo. Now, meanwhile in the B-plot, on the joyride, they terrorize some Hellboxians. One of the buildings is a USPS drop box with a forever stamped flag. They pass through a black hole, their bodies liquefy into it, and they freak out this one dude piloting what looks like a Star Wars pod racer, which actually George Lucas put into Phantom Menace as a throwback to his own street races in American Graffiti. Though here the engines in that guy's chin, yeah, those are totally balls. The car stops the fun short, showing them images of things she's been recording, including apparently Morty peeing out the window on another being. All of them have to wear space helmets just so they can roll down the window. So instead the car takes over. First off, going fishing, using the lure of a freaking solar system in planets being pulled in its gravity wake, actually similar to how Doctor Who used TARDIS to tow Earth. Though based on the scale of the ship, this must be a tiny solar system, kind of like the planet Dwarf Terrace 9 in the season 2 finale, which had a circumference of only 330 yards. She ends up catching a Galactus-like being, Galactus, Devourer of Worlds from the Marvel Comics, but she says Rick never lets her do this, meaning Rick must have refused to hunt Galactuses, and the car is going rogue here, maybe breaking a kind of treaty. They park at Al's Diner, which is similar to how in American Graffiti they go to Arnold's Diner, which is actually the same location seen in Ron Howard's other title, Happy Days. There's a rolling robot waitress, kind of like Rosie from the Jetsons, and Rick's car gets in a fight with a Changeformer, but instead of the Transformer Autobot symbol, it's a hang 10 hand. Actually, this particular one looks a lot like the green Mitsubishi Eclipse that Paul Walker drove in the first The Fast and the Furious film. Meanwhile, his friend has a headpiece that looks kind of like Rick's hair. The car wants to lose her virginity.
You have virginity?
I don't know. Don't all objects? Isn't a doorknob a virgin?
Not mine. Never f***ed a doorknob.
Morty did technically lose his virginity to an inanimate object. Well, it's kind of animate, the Gazorpazorp droid. In the bar bathroom, there's more graffiti reading high IQ. You gotta have one. Another nod to the very true meme. The flesh curtains really suck. The flesh curtains is actually the name of Rick, Squanchy, and Birdperson's band. Then for a good time, call 8675309, a nod to the Tommy Two-Tone song. Beryllium Zeppelin for Led Zeppelin, but like lead, they intentionally misspell beryllium. And then in the stall, there's Hail Satin, I Like Fleece, No More Power Ballads, probably because they hate hearing them all the time on karaoke night, and Mutang, obviously for Wu-Tang Clan, but with the symbol of the Greek letter mu. And then on the paper towel dispenser, a sticker, Kalax Queen, maybe for Calaxian crystals, Rick's drug from that Ricksy Business episode, which also gets listed among their contraband later.
Possession of Calaxian crystal dust.
Space Tahoe, seems modeled on the bro-y early 90s ski school movies. The Changeformer realizes Rick's car is a just car. It vomits oil and screws all over her, and then she burns them alive. And actually during their brutal escape, along with the Cenobites slaughtering the patrons, you hear this demonic music playing. And Rick tells Beth,
God damn it, Beth. You never follow hell demons to a second location. It's always hell.
A reference to my favorite line from 30 Rock.
Never go with a hippie to a second location.
Which, by the way, came right after guest star Carrie Fisher said,
Help me, Les Lemon. You're my only hope.
Again, it all comes back to George Lucas. So we go into hell. Looming over the background are these epic, giant, long-legged skeletons that looks a lot like the Salvador Dali surrealist work, The Elephants. But behind them, craziest Easter egg in the episode, this headstone of Emmett Brown, died 1885 from Back to the Future Part 3. No idea why this grave is in hell, though Rick and Morty was based on Justin Roiland's Channel 101 short, Doc and Marty. Super gross, and that Doc probably deserved to burn in hell. Beth wear these kinky cuffs and jam dartboard darts into her face, kind of like Pinhead, though the demon they face has ink pins tugging his skin, making him a different kind of pen head. Rick wears a leather daddy outfit, which is a more extreme version of his getup in the Scary Terry episode, with a marlin pierced through his body. Even when that marlin is removed, the hole is still there. The coat rack guy bouncer has clothespins on his nipples, and he carries his clipboard made out of someone's head with this braided ponytail. Maybe it's a type of haircut that makes him cringe and therefore feels pleasure. After escaping due to his own faulty hooks and fleeing with Beth and Jerry, Rick has had enough of this Addams Family bullshit, referring to how the Addams Family enjoys things that should be painful or horrifying to most people. Meanwhile, the kids are apprehended by an ape creature from the ZQPD, maybe for the Zoological Quadrant Police Department. Their lawyer is Allison Hannigan, no relation to the actor, actually being controlled via a chip jammed into her head. Hey, kind of like Taskmaster. She calls Bruce
a sociopath military brat who wanders the earth changing people who don't need to be changed.
Which kind of sounds like Wes Bentley's character in American Beauty. And the chip blows up her head and a hole in the wall, allowing their escape. Notice the car's lasers are red, yellow, blue, and green. A similar multicolored combo as Voltron, which we know Rick is obsessed with and will be coming up later this season. Meanwhile, Rick's pleasure pain converter uses this demon with a hilarious stupid grin plastered on his face. And Rick uses this to kill all the other demons with sincerity. And much like in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the kids have to rush to beat their parents home. In the living room on the TV is an ad for Hellamic Industries hot sauce that burns a hole through the table. Jerry abruptly turns it off, probably had enough of hell for one day. And then a baby skull falls out of Beth's hair.
It's a baby skull.
That's worse. It's still a school night.
Yeah, it's not a school night. At the beginning of the episode, Rick and Jerry said it was a Friday night, but the joke here is that Beth is just fumbling her way out of this conversation. And in the post-credit scene, Bruce Chutback becomes Bruce Chut Pants. Actually, recurring characters Brad and Trisha return here, and then he gets jumped by a vengeful gang of mailboxians. That's everything I found this episode. You can support New Rockstars by checking out our merch options at newrockstarsmerch.com. I think we still got a few left of these Loki Out of Time shirts, but they're gonna be going back in the vault soon. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EA Voss. Follow and subscribe to New Rockstars. Thanks for watching. See you next week. Bye.